Probability chapter 15. What are the basics of probability or the concepts of probability we'll see. So first, going into different definitions. The first definition which we'll go through is experiment. What is an experiment? Any phenomenon, throwing a die or tossing a coin, is nothing but an experiment. That means you're performing something. An experiment is nothing but you're performing an phenomenon or an activity which is done such that you are getting a result for that experiment. So whenever you're performing an experiment, whatever is the result coming, what are those, also will be seeing those in the various definitions which come by. So now again, if you tell one more experiment, that is one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. So this is also an experiment. You're going to get a result for this whenever you're drawing one card from a well shuffled pack of cards. So it is just a chance which happens. So we'll go into the next type of definition, that is outcome. What is an outcome? Outcome is nothing but result of an experiment which is performed is called an outcome. So if there is a particular outcome which comes from a result, whichever experiment you are performing, that is called an outcome. So now when you are throwing a die, if you are getting a 1, a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6 is nothing but outcome. So now when a coin is also tossed, you get two outcomes. What are those two outcomes? Head or a tail is nothing but it's called an outcome. So whenever an experiment is performed and you know that the result is going to happen, if you are having a result to that experiment, then that type of experiment which you perform is having a particular outcome, and those outcomes are nothing but they are well defined. So all these whichever we are taking in this throwing of a die, tossing of a coin, or if you're taking out a card from a well shuffled pack of cards, so all these are nothing but outcomes of different experiments which are performed. Next we have what is a sample space. So what is a sample space is nothing but set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is called a sample space. So what are all the outcomes we can see in a particular experiment which we are performing? So those all are called as, all those outcomes in that particular experiment are called as sample space. So we'll just discuss about them. Each point in a sample space is called sample point. Now what is a sample point? What is the sample space? We'll just see. If a die is rolled, so sample space is nothing but how many ever outcomes we can expect from that. So that is called as the sample space. All the possible outcomes, we'll write it as the sample space, and it is nothing but when you roll a die, it is 6 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 we can get. So each and every outcome whichever we are getting, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, if we are taking separately, these are nothing but called as sample points. 1 is a sample point, 2 is a sample point, 3 is a sample point, and so on. So when a coin is tossed, the sample space, you get two sample space. You are having total number of possible outcomes here, which is nothing but the sample space is nothing but 2. So head and tail is a sample point. Head is a separate sample point. Tail is a separate sample point. Now what is an event? An outcome of an experiment is called an event, or it can be any combination of possible outcomes when you are performing an experiment. So now whichever is favorable to that. Now suppose you want to get an even number when you throw a die. So what are all the even numbers which you are having when you throw a die? 2, 4 and 6. So these are the favorable outcomes. These are all called as events. This is an event or an outcome of an experiment. So if you want what is the probability of getting a 1, what is the probability of getting a 2, we can find out by using this event. So when a die is rolled, getting a 2 is an event. Getting a tail when tossing a coin is an event. So when you're tossing a coin, what are the two events which you can get? You can get either head or a tail. So now which event you want to find the probability, that event will take it as a favorable event. Now when a die is rolled, I want to find out what is the probability of getting a 6. This 6 is nothing but our favorable event over here. Now what types of events, what are the types of events we have in simple event? It has only one sample point of the sample space. Simple event. Now when you're tossing a coin, what is simple events of this? Head is a simple event, tail is a simple event. So there are two sample points of the sample space. Now what is a compound event? It has more than one sample point of the sample space. Now which has more than one sample point of the sample space is nothing but, like suppose when you are throwing a die, getting an odd number, getting an even number, getting a composite number, getting a prime number, all these are nothing but you can take them as compound events. Now in simple event, you have what is the probability of getting a 1, what is the probability of getting a 2. So all these simple events we take separately, those are nothing but they are called as simple events. Like getting probability of getting 1, probability of getting 2, probability of getting 3. Now compound event, how do we find what is the type of question we can write here is nothing but probability of getting an even number, probability of getting an odd number, probability of getting a prime number, probability of getting a composite number. So it contains more than one sample point in that. Okay, so such type of events are called nothing but compound events. Now that is getting an even number means you will get it as 2, 4 and 6. So there are 3 over here. 3 even simple sample points, 3 sample points, or these are called nothing but, if you are taking separately, they will be telling that as simple event also. 2 is a simple event, 4 is a simple event, 6 is a simple event. But all 3 together when they are taken, that is nothing but a compound event. So getting even numbers is that, and getting odd numbers is 1, 3, 5. Getting multiples of 3, getting multiples of 4, getting multiples of 2, all these are nothing but compound events. What's a certain event? We'll see. It is sure to occur in an experiment. So when an experiment is performed, the event which is sure to occur in an experiment is called a certain event. So when you are tossing a coin, probability of getting, it is an unbiased coin, so you'll definitely get a certain event, that is either head or a tail experiment. That is when you are tossing throwing a die, if you get a 7, it is said to be an impossible event, because when you throw a die, you know that only the outcomes can come from 1 to 6. So if you're getting a 7, it is not an event. So it is not a sure event, it's an impossible event. What are complementary events? For an event E, non-occurrence of an event E dash is non-occurrence of an event E is complementary event. Is complementary event. Now when probability that head doesn't occur is nothing but probability of getting an tail. That means complementary of head is tail, complementary of tail is head. Okay, so therefore for an event E, non-occurrence of an event E is complementary event. So equally likely events. What are the equally likely events? The events which are equally likely to happen in an experiment. So when you're tossing a coin, getting a head has the equal chance of getting a tail over there. If head is having 50% chance, even tail is also having 50% chance. Now when you are rolling a die, each one over there, that is getting 1, getting 2, getting 3, getting 4, getting 5, getting 6, all have equal chance of occurring when you roll a die. So therefore everything whichever has equal chance is nothing but equally likely. The events which are equally likely to happen in an experiment. is nothing but equally likely events. All have equal chance. Mutually exclusive events. When an experiment is performed, two events do not occur at the same time. That is, if when you're rolling a die, you're getting 2. At the same time, you cannot get 3. So, therefore, these two are said to be mutually exclusive. Getting a 2 and not getting a 3. Why are not getting a 3? Because 2 has occurred. These two are said to be mutually exclusive events. That's why they do not occur at the same time. Now, what is the definition of probability? We'll just go into probability. When we perform an experiment, let n, small n, be the total number of trials. So you're performing an experiment, you're going on performing an experiment, and the number of trials you're trying is capital small n. Then the happening of an favorable event E is defined as probability of E is equal to number of trials in which the event happens by total number of trials. So number of trials in which the event happens by total number of trials, or probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. So what are all the possible outcomes? You have to write in the denominator, or total number of trials or number of times the experiment is performed, writing in the denominator, and how many times or whatever is the favorable event whichever we are asking for, if it appears how many ever times, that will be taking number of favorable outcomes. Now, if small m is the number of trials in which the favorable event happens and small n be the total number of trials, then probability of E is equal to m by n, where m is the favorable event divided by the total number of possible outcomes. So m always lies between 0 and n, and m by n, if you are dividing throughout by n, you are getting m by n always lies between 0 and 1. Therefore, probability of E also lies between 0 and 1. Thus, the probability of happening of an favorable event always lies between 0 and 1. We have to always remember a very important point to be remembered, that the probability always lies between 0 and 1. It is never greater than 1 or less than 0. It is never negative. It is 0 and 1 it lies between. So now here you are having, if P of E is equal to 1, then E is called a certain favorable event. If P of E is equal to 0, then E is called an impossible favorable event. So P of E is equal to 1 is said to be a certain event, and if P of E is equal to 0, it is said to be an impossible event. So these two things can happen. So the important points to be remembered in probability are these, and the basics for your probability. Please be watching this video, and if you like it, please subscribe for more such type of videos. That is the next one. I'll be giving about the concepts and basics of trigonometry, and you'll also see the exercises of probability. That is exercise, whatever is the exercises which are there, all will be solved. CBSE textbook, all the problems will be solved in my next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos of this type.